I'm doing a reaction video here, a short reaction video of what I've been watching on the news lately. Here lately, I've been seeing them talking about Donald Trump doing his emergency, national emergency, and then you have the Democrats that are pulling their crap that they're pulling. And then you have Nancy Pelosi on there saying the only national emergency is gun violence. She does not have any facts to back that up. Well, it's kind of funny because they're using Trump's national emergency to further their agenda. That goes to prove that the Democratic Party is on a downward spiral, and they're grasping at every straw they can get to make the American public believe what they want, and so they can push their agenda. Well, you have that Booker, Cory Booker, I think his name is. Anyways, he's saying you shouldn't eat meat because the world's whatever can't sustain it. Well, he goes to fail to remember that when you eat meat, you're eating animals that can be sustained in a long run. When you farm, you clean off this area, you clean the trees and everything and the woods and everything else, and all these little animals, you have to shoo them out of here or kill them, or you have to do chemical changing of the plant or altering of the plant to make them grow better, because you don't want bugs to mess up your corn. So you got companies like Monsanto and Bayer, which Bayer bought out Monsanto. So when you buy into Bayer products, you're actually supporting Monsanto. You got all of them. So when you're farming, farming is great. Let's do farming. Let's do natural farming. Let's do small community farming. That'd be better. It'd be a better situation. But the way they're talking about, okay, you go complete veganism. They don't understand that to sustain the world's population, just by eating plants alone, that means all these animals that are kept under check by farming or hunting or whatever would go unchecked. So let's take the hog population. I live in Texas. The hog population in Texas, alone other places in the United States, sometimes gets out of control. So you got farmers out there that farm corn, they farm cotton, they farm beans, they farm whatever. They farm even cows and everything else. If you know hogs very well, hogs will eat everything, bones and all. I mean, they'll clean up everything. And they'll destroy a property pretty dang quick. And if they get into a neighborhood like yours, they'll destroy that neighborhood. So, okay, they don't want us to eat meat. Great. So we want to eat meat. Okay. Then you have deers going like crazy. You have all these bison, you have elk, you have all these ones going crazy, and hogs going crazy. And then you have wolves going crazy. And then you have coyotes going crazy. And then you have all these animals going unchecked. The population going unchecked. So, okay, you can't hunt snakes that are being a problem in Florida. You can't hunt alligators that are being a problem in Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, and all them along the coast down there, even North Carolina, some of the places. You can't hunt them. So now this Cory Booker says we can't have you eating meat anymore, because the left agenda says we want to control everything you do. Oh, it goes along with this green policy that they're trying to push. We want to control everything you do. We want to take away your cars, your planes, your trains. We want to do all this, along with pushing this idea that you can't eat meat. So, hogs. Just take just the hogs themselves. They destroy your neighborhood. Who are you going to call? We're going to relocate them somewhere else. So you take that problem and you push it off to your neighbors. Okay? So you're pushing that problem off somewhere else. Well, the hog get so bad in that area where you dump them that eventually you do have to do something to take care of them, to bring down the population, because hogs, I don't know if you know, up here in Texas, oh my goodness, North Texas, in the panhandle of Texas, there are places out here where they do hunting and they'll take out 10, 15 of them at a time. And the population's still out of control. And goes for rats, mice. Okay, you can't hunt them. You can't kill them because they don't want you to kill all these animals. So you have rats and mice in your house, and that goes disease, and that goes... And that's for this green policy. They want to take away your cars. Now, not just your guns. Your cars. They want to take away your trains, your planes. I bet you, I'll put this out there, I'll bet you that they want to take away our cars, our trains, our planes, our civilian stuff that is pollutant. I guarantee you their walls, their planes, everything they talk against, they're going to keep. They're going to say, no, we need cars because we need to get around. Well, what about us? You're saying we don't need to get around? So you're going to take everybody's cars except your own? So if you want this green policy passed, you Democrats, liberals, better be willing to give up everything that puts out any kind of emission, including your house. Too. I mean, if you're going to require us to take it, you better take it away. That means take down your walls, your fences, take down everything. In my video that I'm getting ready to post, I was talking about my fence, or some people call it a wall. I've had people say, well, that could be construed as a wall. Well, it's a fence. Well, okay. If the Democratic Party has walls, Pelosi and others has walls around their place, and they live behind these big walls with people with guns protecting them. So they want to take your guns, but they don't want to get rid of their guns that protect them. Yeah, I don't think so. It's not going to happen. It really is not going to happen. Because when you try to enforce that, and the red flag laws where you come in and take the guns because somebody says something about somebody and then, they might be a danger, that's only going to go on for so long, and people are going to get frustrated and pissed off, and, well, guess what? It's going to go out the door along with you. And to say that all people with mental disorders are a danger, that's wrong. Not all people are. There are some people that are. But not all people with mental disorders are a danger. So to demonize the people with mental disorders is wrong. But I flipped on the news yesterday. I wanted to hear I was trying so hard to find what Trump was saying about this shutdown and this emergency and all this other stuff. The only thing I saw, and I was working on my fence yesterday, when I watched it for about 5-10 minutes, was Pelosi standing up there saying there is no national emergency except for gun violence, and Donald Trump created this national emergency of this caravan that is coming up here and trying to rush the borders and doing all this stuff. How many videos can I go through on YouTube of these people that live along the border and can show you the trash, the garbage, on the American side because these coyotes and everybody else that are packing these drugs across the border is throwing this trash and garbage on the American side because they're transporting this crap up here. Yeah, there's no emergency. Yeah, right. Sure. But she was standing up there saying there's no emergency. Trump created it. And gun violence is the real emergency. Basically, she's saying, we don't care about all this other stuff. We want to disarm you. We don't care what we do. We just want to disarm you. We just want your guns. That's all. After they take the guns, what else do they want? Higher taxes. They want to charge like ridiculous amount of money for living in a place like where I live. Look at California. If I was to go out in California and try to get a place like this that I live in, and believe me, I've looked it up, I'd be paying $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 for it. It's a mobile home, 1 bedroom. Considered 1 bedroom. Well, it is 1 bedroom now. You're still going to pay about $15,000, $20,000 for it, or more, maybe more. Okay, a home like what I grew up with in Indiana. In California, I've looked this up. 3 bedrooms, 2 stories. 2 stories. I guarantee you, out in California, because it's libtard central and people are stupid and they're paying stupid amounts for those stupid houses. $220,000 for one similar, close to similar to the one in Indiana. My parents had to sell that house for $80,000. And they barely got that. Believe me. After some negotiation, they barely got that. So, you're saying that just because it's in California, which is libtard central, and it's Hollywood status bullcrap out there, there's no way I want to live there. Because if I got to pay $200,000 or $500,000 or $600,000 for a home that I can find right here in the Panhandle for, let's see here, $30,000, I'd rather live in the Panhandle. I'd rather live somewhere else in the United States. It's a lot cheaper. Cheaper living to me is better than paying my whole life and to own something that I'll never pay off. Not in my wildest dreams, I'll never pay it off. So it's like, come on, man. You're talking about California, man. Yeah, I watch these shows, these fixer-up shows, and it shows you how stupid these people are. They're going to these places and they're paying millions and millions of dollars for these homes. You can go on YouTube and other places and look up urban exploring. How many mansions do they go find that are abandoned? And you're talking multi-million-dollar mansions. You're talking NBA players' mansions. You're talking all these mansions. Because once they retire, they can't afford these places, so that guess what? They just walk away and leave it. And no one else can afford to go restore that place because that place is just so extravagant. I can't even say the word. But anyways, it's so well built, they can't afford it. And they're talking about wanting us to pay 50% tax on ammo, 50% tax on this, and California's gas prices. Look at that right now. Come on, man. These things, this is just one step. You're taking a brick of socialism. You're putting 1 brick in. You're putting 2 bricks in. Putting another brick. Before you know it, you're going to be in that prison, that FEMA camp that they want you in, that concentration camp. Look at history. Look at socialism in history. Actual true history. Hitler didn't come in a day and say, hey, this is what it's going to be. He took his time and put a brick here. He put a brick here. Put an idea here, an idea here, an idea here. And before you knew it, that Nazism or socialism or communism, same thing with Mao, same thing with all these other communist leaders. Venezuela. Look at Venezuela right now. It's a mess. They didn't come in a day to do what they're doing. No. They found a bunch of people that just are scared, too scared to fight. That's what it is. So, my reaction is either American people either wakes up now and stands up for it now, or we just might as well just hand them the guns and walk right into the camps. I mean, basically what we're doing. Go figure. You know, come on, man. Really? Wake up, people. And Pelosi is the dumbest person in the world. You got Schumer, or Hers. I can't even talk today. But anyways, part of my dyslexia kicking in, I guess. But anyways, all these Democrats that are standing up. You got that idiot girl, Cortez, running around talking crap, and she can't even explain what she's talking about. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. She can't even. You try to talk to her about facts, and she can't even. Where's the money going to come? I don't know. It's just going to come. Okay, if everybody quits working and lives off socialism, no money being produced, where's it coming from? I don't know. These people are so dumb. And college students, oh my gosh, why do parents pay for college when their kids come out dumber than a box of rocks? Why would you pay for college if you're sending them to a place where they're going to get brainwashed? Why pay for it? I sure in the heck wouldn't pay for it. I'm going to tell you right now, I sure in the heck wouldn't send my kid to college. To some of these colleges. I'll send her. Man, I would help pay for technical school somehow. Find a way of paying for it. That's just, come on, man. These colleges, big colleges, I wouldn't do it. Or they're pushing the brainwashing ideas. It just kills me how these parents just blindly say, well, here you go to college, go to the university. And then they go to these universities and these kids are so dumb about the Constitution, they can't even figure out which one's the First Amendment and what the First Amendment is. They can't figure out what the Second Amendment is. If you support the Constitution, you support all constitutional rights. You don't pick and choose. So to say, well, I support photography and the right to free press and free speech and everything else, but I hate the Second Amendment, that didn't make sense, because you're saying, okay, I support this. I want to be able to say what I want. I want to be able to film what I want. I want to be able to do what I want. But yet I don't want the Second Amendment. Well, the Second Amendment protects the First. So go figure. And as for these people that are so stuck on the idea that this is the end days and they're talking about all this stuff, well, it may very well be, but I'm not going to put myself in front of God and say, hey, I'm going to take your place. I'm going to tell you when you're coming. Because in the Bible it says no man knows that day. And they've been screaming, oh, it's been the end days since Jesus left and went up to be with God. And as for these fake cults and, the Catholic Church and everybody siding with the Muslims, and then you see these Muslim patrols running around New York City, Chicago, and Dearborn. They need to be shut down. Because them people are not out for the good of the community. They're out to push their agenda, which is another agenda that's being pushed on the American people. We have so many stupid agendas being pushed on us by so many stupid people. We need to stand up and wake up. That is all stemming from one area, one focus. That's the Luciferian, Satan worshiping people. Anything to distort the truth, to mess with the truth, anything to basically get you away from God. You need to wake up. And for you to talk like a liberal and be all perverted and all that other stuff, and to talk, you know, just go crazy. I mean, I've heard people claiming to be conservative, but yet they're on the side of talking about Luciferianism on basically. I mean, I believe in Satan. I believe in this. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't, because you want to be conservative. Well, conservative means, in my thought, just my point of view of it, is that you're holding to God and country. And you're holding a family. So you're saying it's okay to do all this stuff, but yet you still want your there are people, some people that out there that just blow my mind. You want the constitutional rights, you want to be able to, which I support it. You can say what you want, you can do what you want. Your freedom of religion, go ahead, fine, that's cool. But then you come at me for being a Christian, and you start cussing at me for being a Christian, or somebody that believes in God or follows God. Oh, well, you can't do that. You can't. No, I'm atheist. You're just wrong. You start crucifying me because the way I believe. Wait, but you just, on the first breath, you just said, hey, I support constitutional rights. Okay, that's fine. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to bear arms, freedom, all the Bill of Rights. But yeah, you don't want me to be a Christian and bear my religion. Why is the Christian this here question I love asking people? Why is the Christian religion the one that is crucified in the world more than anybody else? Why is it the Catholic Church is turning its back on Christian religion? And they're siding with the Muslim people. Why is it that the people that believe in Jesus Christ are the ones that are crucified? Why is it the people that are constitutionalists are crucified? Or people that speak the truth are crucified on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on any other one? There, people that speak the truth are being shut up. They're trying to shut us down. Why is that? That's my reaction video, I guess. I don't have no fancy equipment. I got a cell phone, but God bless. Keep safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Stand for the Constitution. Stand for God and country. God bless. Have a good day.